everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jackie. I hope you hit that subscribe button to be notified whenever I upload a new video. By the title of today's video and me dressed up and my fancy Halloween background, you can tell that this is going to be my witchy rom-com reading vlog. So that is really hard for me to say. Hopefully I don't say too much in this video. Can't really pronounce R and W, especially when they're close together. So hopefully I don't say it too often. But yeah, this is going to be my witchy book reading vlog. I picked out a lot of books that have witches, small town vibes, just that sort of theme, because I was really into it. If you watched my September and October book haul, you saw a lot of those books, and that's why I bought them. I had this reading vlog in mind because I wanted to read that sort of thing this October, and it sounded really fun. So I got my witch's hat that I just got. I have the books beside me. I keep dumping them over, so let me see if I can lift them up to show you. Here we go. We have all the witchy rom-com books. So I have 12 in total. I have a few book series, a few standalones, but they all have that theme of like small town witch romance books. So I'm just really excited. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of these. I want to be optimistic and say I will, but I'm not gonna set myself up for failure. If I don't get to all of them, it's okay, but I do want to read a few. I have some that I really want to get to this month, and hopefully we can read that together in this reading vlog. So I'm gonna put this down and list each and every single one of the books that I'm planning to read in this witchy rom-com reading vlog. I also just noticed that it's very color coordinated, and I love that for this. So let me just show you each book. We have Cackle by Rachel Harrison as the first one. Then we have Not the Witch You Wed by Ashley Asher. I'm hoping to read this one last. I definitely want to get to this one because it sounds like the perfect book for me. Then we have Jessica Clare, Go Hex Yourself. We have this duo, the X Hex and the Love Curse by Erin Sterling. I'm hoping to get to these ones as well. Who knows if I'm going to get to book 2. I'm hoping to get to book 2, but we have those two. We have The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith. We have Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper, and then it has book 2, which is From Bad to Cursed. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get through both of them, but again, we'll see. Then we have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but this seems interesting. Lastly, we have a book series, which is Witch Please by Anne Aguirre. That is the first book. We have Boss Witch, and then we have Extra Witchy. So I'm not sure if I can get through all those 3, but maybe I read book 1. Who knows? Maybe I shouldn't even start a book series. Maybe I should just stick to the standalones first. But we have quite the choice. So I'm going to get my phone and we'll do a random generator of the books so I can see which one I'm going to read first. The Google random number generator picked this book, so I guess this is the book that we're starting with. Glad that it is a standalone, I think, so I can get through it. Plus it doesn't seem that long. So this is the first book. You're going to read along with me. So last night I finished my first witch book of this reading vlog, which was this one right here, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I finished it in one night. It was just a quick read. It is in third person, which I was a little shocked about. I got this online, so I didn't look at it when I bought it, but it was still a good book. I rated it 4 stars. I love it. It wasn't really much romance. It was more like finding herself and going and making all kinds of magic. There is a love story in it, but it isn't like prominent, but it was still a good book. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that was my mini review. Now I can put this in my bookshelf and we can start our second witchy read. Hello everyone! So another update on another book that I read. So the second book that I read for this reading vlog was Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. And this was so cute. I got done with it last night. I finished it throughout the day. So I started it in the afternoon and then I read half of it and then through the evening read it, and yeah, it was amazing. I love the premise of this book. So instead of her being a witch, because I usually read about female witches, he was the witch, or technically warlock because it is a male. So this was so cute. Very spicy. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, this cover does not look like it's a, but do not judge a book by its cover. So yeah, I thought it was really good, and it was like grumpy sunshine, a little bit enemies to lovers. He didn't like her at first, and then she wasn't really a fan of him. Love that trope. And then there was a black cat, crystal balls. It was just so magical. There was a lot of potions and magic happening, and I love this book. Gave it a 4 stars. And now I am on to my next read. So I'm in hair and makeup because my dad got invited to a conference and I am going there with him, but I might be bored, so I'm bringing a book with me. So I'm gonna bring Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This is going to be my next book, and I think it's like sapphic, and this is like my first sapphic book. I'm going to try that out, and then that's going to be like my next read. So yeah, going to start this. Hopefully I can read some of it while I'm at the conference with my dad. So yeah, those things are pretty boring, so I'm bringing a book. Hello, so it's book update time. I finished Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This took me about 2 days, so after the conference I took 2 days to finish it. And it was a pretty good read, but I did rate it 3 stars. It wasn't what I was expecting. It isn't a romance, but it is perfect for fall, and it's like spooky and mysterious, and like it's great for fall, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So yeah, that's why I rated it 3 stars. It was pretty good though. I do not regret reading it because it was like the perfect cozy fall read. Just, it wasn't romance. Like, technically it wasn't. So yeah, I didn't want to give any spoilers, but it's okay. I did read it. It did have a witch in it, so that was just my requirement for this vlog. So read that, and now I'm moving on to the next witch read, which is the X Hex by Earlings, Aaron Sterling. Finally going to pick this up and read it, and I might do the Kiss Curse afterwards, so just do both of the books together. So this has the 20% off sticker, so you can't see the cute witch on it. But speaking of Target, I am actually gonna head out after this and go buy some Halloween candy and maybe browse the book section while I'm there, because I always do that. So yeah, I'm going to start this when I get back this evening, but that is my rating, and I'll catch you with another update. Hello, it is book review time, and we are going to talk about the X Hex, which is my latest read. I gave it a 4 stars. It was so cute. I finally got around to reading it after buying it, I don't know, last month or the month before. I've had it for quite some time, but I was saving it for this vlog in October, and it was just the perfect cozy fall read. I see why it's like highly recommended, why everyone loves it. It was so cute. The cozy vibes, small town. It's just, it was everything in a fall read that I expected, and it really did come through. The characters in this are so cute. I loved Vivi. The name Vivi is just so fun. I like how he calls her Vivian. The guy I've been calling Rice, I don't know what his name is. I've been just saying Rice. I can't pronounce the R word. Please let me know how to pronounce that. But I've been calling him Rice, and it's so cute. So he is a powerful witch. She wasn't allowed it as a kid, so now she's practicing it with her cousin and her aunt. And there's like a magical witch store, and I just loved the vibes of this book. Really great story, really enjoyed it. So I finished this last night, and I immediately started the Kiss Curse, which I have right here. I am on chapter 3. I'm gonna finish that tonight as well, because they're quick reads because I have 2 days until Halloween and I want to read one more after the Kiss Curse to like wrap up this reading vlog. Hello, it is book review time again, and I finished the Kiss Curse last night. It was pretty good. I loved it. The series so far has been really fun. It was the perfect fall time read, both the X Hex and the Kiss Curse, and I really enjoyed it. So this characters are the cousin and the brother of the characters in the first one, and I discovered the name. I googled it. I've been saying Rice, it's Reese apparently. Whoops. So yeah, I corrected myself towards the end of this book because I was like, I didn't know how to pronounce it, but these names were easier to pronounce. So I did love Gwen and Wells' story. It was fun. Really enjoyed reading it. I gave it a 4 star, so both of the reads for me were 4 stars. Pretty good. I loved Sir Percival. He's so fun. I love the kitty cat. I love black cats in these things. So yeah, now that I'm finished with this and tomorrow is Halloween, I am going to start my last book, which is Not the Witchy Wed. This is like an anticipated read for me, so I'm going to start that now and then finish it off. So yep, let's start this one. Hello, one last book review for this reading vlog. I can't believe I accomplished it, and I read quite a few books in October. So let's talk about Not the Witchy Wed by April Asher. So I love this book so much. It was such a good story. I really enjoyed it. I didn't finish it in October technically because now it's like November 2nd, November 3rd, but I like did so much stuff on Halloween. If you saw my get ready with me, and then I went out, and yeah, so it took me a while to finish it because I was busy, but I did finish it. It wasn't because it was boring or anything. I loved it. I gave it a 5 star. So yeah, I try not to give my books 5 stars unless I really loved it, and I really loved this one. It was so good, and yeah, I love the characters, the representation in it. It was just so magical and fun, and again, another perfect fall read. So yeah, that was my little book review about that, and now I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow, get ready, and then do like my makeup and hair, and we can discuss all the books that I read and like the wrap up of this reading vlog. So see you then. Hello, and welcome to the wrap up portion of this witchy reading vlog. So I have all the books that I read right here in front of me. I managed to finish 6 this month, which is pretty good. The rest that I didn't finish are back behind me. I accomplished 6 books on my TBR, which is pretty good. I knew I wasn't going to get through all of those, but I did read other books. I think I read 9 books in total in the month of October, which is usually my standard. So I guess I can talk you through each one and give like my overall thoughts like I did with my previous reading vlogs. So let's start off with the first book, which was The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I really liked this book. It was a pretty good read, and it was a little like boring at first, but it picked up, and this one was very magical. I loved it. So it was like took place in the real world, and it was like in England, which was fun to read about. And yeah, I just enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 star. It wasn't a 5 star read for me, but it was pretty good and I really enjoyed it. The characters were really interesting, and I loved all the tropes that were featured in it. Overall, a very good witchy read. Here is the next book. This is Go Hex Yourself. This was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. It was very enemies to lovers, like they hated each other at first, and he is grumpy and she is sunshine. I love that kind of trope, so it was really enjoyable reading this. It was like pretty long for me. I took a few days to get through it, but I enjoyed reading it. I think I gave this one a 4-star as well. They're pretty high rankings for me, and I really enjoyed like all the different characters. And then the black cat in this is fun. I love when there's a black cat in like witchy like books or TV shows. I love that. So yeah, a pretty good read. I enjoyed this one as well. Next book that I read is Cackle, and I thought this was a totally entire different book. Like when I read it, I thought it was going to be between two females, but it technically was no like romance aspect to this. So this was just what, a new contemporary book. I think that's what the genre is called. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were gonna like fall in love in the end, but they didn't. So yeah, but it is about a witch, and I did love the like, not twist of the ending, but I kind of knew what was going to happen. So yeah, I gave it a 3 stars. It wasn't a 4-star, it wasn't a 5-star, but it wasn't terrible either. It was just a medium read for me. So yeah, I don't know if I'm describing that well, but yeah, overall it had like the witchy fall vibes. That's what I was going for, and it accomplished that. So I read that one. Next up we have the X Hex, and this was very anticipated for me to read. I wanted to read it since last year. I finally got around to it this year. I gave it a 4 stars. I do love the character. I love like the premise of it, where she like hexes him and she didn't think it was real, and then it did become real. So it's like second chance. They used to be lovers, and he comes back, and then she doesn't like him all that much. Her cousin really doesn't like him, and it's just a fun little story. There was also a cat in this, which of course I love the black cat trope in witch books. I've discovered I love that, and it was pretty good. Loved everything about it. So that leads me on to the next book that I read, which was, I guess, the sequel, or like the next book in like the same series, which was the Kiss Curse, and this involved her cousin and his brother. And I liked this one. I think I liked the X Hex a little bit more than this one. I don't know why, but yeah, it was just really cute. Again, the black cat, so cute. Also, the name of this cat, Sir Percival. I hope I'm saying that right. I love that name. That is such a cute name. If I had a cat, I would love to give it like a punny name like that. So I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 stars, same as the other one. I don't think it deserved 3 stars because I enjoyed it. I like the X Hex more. So yeah, these were such good books, and I'm glad that I read them back to back this fall season. Last book that I read for this witchy vlog was the Not the Witch You Wed, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 stars. It was such a good read. I was really like anticipating reading this one. After I bought it, I was like, yes, I need to read it. So I saved the best for last, and I'm glad I did. It was such a good book. I love the characters and like the representation, and it was just everything that I expected in a witchy read. So really enjoyed this and love the cover of it. So yeah, that was the last book that I read. Not bad considering I read all these 6 books, all the ratings. I inputted them into my Goodreads, and now I'm going to put them on my bookshelf. I don't know what I'm going to read in November, but I know I'm going to do a holiday reading vlog here on my channel, so stay tuned for that. I'm really excited for all the holiday picks. I already picked up one, and then I went to Target yesterday and I might have picked up 3 more, which I don't know if you can see them behind me, but they are back there. So can't wait to share that. And yeah, I guess that is it for this reading vlog. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more content like this. I'm loving my book content. I will link all these books that I mentioned and everything else, as well as my social medias like Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All are linked down below. There you have it. that is it for another video. I do hope you enjoyed watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone.